What's going on, guys? PlayBox here. We're back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. In this one, we are going to be doing another tier list video, and for this one, we're going to actually be ranking all of the free-to-play units in Dragon Ball Legends. So, if these are just units that have the event exclusive tag. So there are some units that are kind of excluded from this. For example, the EX Ginyu Force and the EX Super Warriors. I think that's mainly because those units, despite being available through events, you weren't able to fully get them to 14 stars, whereas these units were all available for 14 stars. So when their events came out, you were able to grind them up to 14 stars, right? So that's why those units are excluded. So there are quite a few of them, free-to-play units, dating back to like first year anniversary stuff like Red Vegito and stuff like that. And it is going to be kind of hard to rank them because a lot of them are not that great. There's actually just a couple of them that are really good and like, you know, some average ones and stuff like that. And I really wanted to wait till we got another free-to-play unit before I do this tier list because I just wanted to. So we did get the new Red Android 21. So I thought now would be a perfect time to just, you know, go through all of them, rank them, and see how good they all are. Since these are free-to-play units, I'm gonna be focusing more on their kits and less on like their teams, because a lot of them, like, their teams aren't that great, right? So but when we come more closer to the Z tier ranking is where we're gonna like see how their teams affect their placement, right? So by the way, I'm also a bit sick, so if you hear me coughing and stuff like that, sorry about that. So we're just gonna, you know, it's gonna be a bit different from how I do my regular tier list. Instead of just going one by one, just to start straight up, since I don't want this video to be too long, I'm just gonna be straight up ranking some of the units that I believe are completely garbage straight up into tier 3. Yeah, so we're just gonna throw them into tier 3. So this guy, this black Cyberman, tier 3. Who else? This is Orlin or Nabana? No, this is Orlin, right? Nabana's here. These guys can easily go here. Honestly, all the Cybermens can go into this tier list, into this tier, except the green one. The green one was actually decent, so I'm not gonna throw them in here. But these guys, was the blue one good? I honestly don't remember. The blue one was trash too. So yeah, these guys are all garbage. Yamcha, you can go there too. Honestly, this Yardride Goku can go there as well. Who else deserves it? I think that should be, no, Buhan. Buhan? Would I put Buhan? Okay, no. Maybe not Buhan. Maybe this Captain Ginyu can go there. What other rising battles? Vegito, he's pretty trash. The only thing Vegito has, where is he? The only thing Vegito has is actually his lock-in. So I think I would put Vegito there too. This tier, by the way, is not ranked at all. I would put Yamcha there at the end. It's not really ordered, so don't pay too much attention to their placement here. So I think that should be all for tier 3. Like, these units are just completely like unusable, I would say. So that should be fine. Even the Nappa, I would put. There's gonna be a lot of units in tier 3, let me tell you. So yeah, even the Nappa I would put. Let me just go quickly. The Bulma. Yeah, even the Bulma, she just doesn't do anything. Her only gimmick was the paralysis, so nothing really crazy. Ooh, let me turn that off. So yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much all of them. So yeah, I think the rest you can actually place them into different tiers. So let's just start off right away. We have a pool here. You know, leader of the Apul squad, probably deserves to go into tier 2. I mean, he's not the best out of the 5, but he's also like not the worst, right? That's why Nabana and Orlin is there. But Apul, he's a support type, right? So just because he's the support type, he's able to, you know, give out ki, I believe, and some damage inflicted. That's why we're gonna put him at tier 1. But, you know, still nothing crazy. This base Goku here. This base Goku, I believe, was probably the best out of the 5 Gokus, or the second best. You could argue that the God Goku is either better than him. So just because he was actually one of the better ones, I'm actually gonna place him here, tier 1. I think that's a good spot for him there. Yeah, we're gonna obviously come back and you know, reevaluate some of these placements, but for now I think that's a good spot for him. So Zenkai Android 21. She's actually probably one of the better free-to-play units, actually, and she's gotten some more like viability now. Unfortunately, her teams is what's holding her back. Actually, even her, she's aged a bit, but when you compare them to the other free-to-play units, she actually still holds her own, and that's also mainly because she's a Zenkai unit. So we're actually gonna put her in Z tier because she's actually one of the top free-to-play units, right? So that's where we're gonna put her. Then the purple Broly. Okay. Purple Broly. He was like decent, right? Even on release, he was nothing crazy. He gets a strike card on entry, which is really good. Damn. I think I'm gonna put Broly. Now that I think about it, it's kind of hard to rate these units because these are units that I don't use that often, and you don't see them in PvP, so you just pretty much forget how their kit works, right? So it's kind of tough. So Broly, I would probably put him tier 1 here. I wouldn't say he was tier 2, but tier 1 for sure. Buhan. Actually, Buhan, I think I would put him tier 3 also. He was just... No, actually, Buhan, I'm going to put him here. Buhan was actually solid. He was decent. He came out last year. I remember he came out and then it was instantly replaced. I forgot by who. Was it by DKP? I think he was good. I think on powerful opponent and regen, right? But then he was just instantly replaced by purple DKP. Yeah, he was actually decent. But he was just instantly replaced, unfortunately for him. So we're gonna leave him there. Actually, you could argue Buhan could be right there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Buhan there. I just completely forgot about this Broly's kid. Buhan's damage was kind of time gated, right? I think he was only good for the first 60 counts. But yeah, I think it's still better than Apula. Apula only has the support, so yeah, that's fine. Let's move Bulma a bit around here. She's not the worst. Actually, who cares about the placement here? Code Vegeta. Code Vegeta can go there. Not very good. Even on release, he was... on release, he was decent, I guess. Nothing crazy. But probably worse than Apula. Just because he was like... He's already a year old. Over a year old, right? Because he came out for last year's Legends Festival. So we're going to put him there. Right now, he's just basically a bench option for Vegeta clan because he's an HP buffer, right? So that's where he's at. Code Goku. Now, Code Goku was... I feel like he's not the best, but just because you can run him along on the mono purple team, and he has some like Dragon Ball stealing manipulation, right? Just because of that, I'm gonna put him in tier S. You actually see him fairly decently. He's actually one of the more common free-to-play units that you see in PvP. Like, not even gonna lie, honestly, he might be like the second most common free-to-play unit in the game right now. The most common one I would say is this full power Frieza, which right away we're gonna put him right to Z tier because he's very commonly used, and LOE right now is making their comeback. They're top tier. They're honestly a solid team right now, and they're his main green unit. So I think this free-to-play Frieza is I think he's like the best free-to-play unit in the game right now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with that. He's just stupid. He just like comes into the battlefield, you know, pop a green, pop a blue, and he's like one-shotting a lot of these Saiyan units. It's just like he one-shots, not one-shot obviously, but he like takes half like health like on Bardock, even Ultra Gucci. He can do a lot of damage, right? So we're gonna put him there. But yeah, this Code Goku is like second most common free-to-play unit, and it's actually pretty crazy because I remember when he dropped, a lot of people would consider him mid and trash, right? But just him being purple allowed him to see some play time in PvP, so that's is decent, right? Zenkai Gotenks, or Legends Road Gotenks, and he has a Zenkai now. This guy, due to having a Zenkai, right, he has these stat upgrades, right? So his main ability is pretty good, right? He can pop it and get 4 cards and key, so that's pretty solid. But where would I place him? I think he's better than... I think just for the fact that he's a Zenkai unit, I think I would place him above this base Goku, just because the stats probably carry him there. And I guess he would have a bit more usability over this Goku, because those free-to-play Gokus were just awful, right? They obviously introduced the event exclusive tab, which kind of gave them more playability, I guess, because you can run all 5 of the Gokus, but it's just not that crazy, right? So I would place him just because of the Zenkai. I would place him right above the base Goku. Then the green Cybermen. This guy's suicide actually can kill, and it's actually one of the, I think he's the only one, or a couple others, that cancels revival for certain revival units, like the revival Gohan and the Frieza, which is pretty funny. So just based off of that, we're gonna put him above the Code Vegeta because he is better than the Code Vegeta, I would say, just because of that. And he did some decent damage, but he's not better than the pool, so we're gonna leave him off there. Kakarot Goku. So this guy obviously got a Zenkai, and with the Zenkai, you know, gets boosted stats, and just because of that, we're gonna have to put him above the base Goku, because even with the Zenkai, he's nothing crazy. But actually, I'd put him probably above Gotenks, because he does give max HP, which is really good, and then he has the Zenkai, right? So I think above Gotenks would be probably fine. And then just his teams, you can run him on like Sun Family. Well, not really Sun Family, mostly will be a Goku team, right? So that's that. But you know, just running a full Goku team would probably be better than running a Legends Road team. So that's that. Kid Buu, the green Kid Buu. Yeah, this guy obviously deserves to go right here. Would I put him above Android 21? Nah. So like I said, when it comes to Z tier is where you start probably including their teams, right? And Kid Buu, he's on powerful opponent and regen. This 21 is on regen androids and stuff like that. So it's tough. I think just because of the Zenkai, I would put Android 21 above him. But this Kid Buu is really good. So yeah, I would probably put him there. He does give like ki and damage inflicted, I believe. He's actually a really this Kid Buu. I really enjoyed using him back when he dropped. He has some really good utility, but just I think the Zenkai really carries this 21, and of course her support. So I'm gonna put him right behind the 21. Then we got LR Kid Goku, the Zenkai one. Believe it or not, if you guys didn't play when this guy's Zenkai came out, he was unironically the best unit in the game when he dropped. I think he dropped, I believe, right before the 2nd anniversary. And dude, he was the first. I think he was the first Zenkai unit. Well, dude, I think he's still the only Zenkai unit actually that actually got a endurance unique ability post Zenkai. So pre Zenkai he didn't have endurance, and post Zenkai they gave him endurance. That's a huge addition to a unit's kit. Probably the biggest addition to a unit's kit you could ever make. So he's also a support unit. Is he a support unit? I forgot. Does he give ki? I feel like, if I'm remembering this correctly, I feel like he gives ki on switching. Damn, I kind of forgot. So just because of the endurance and stuff, we're gonna put him. His damage has regressed kind of a lot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put him right here. I think that's a good spot for him. This LR Gohan needs a Zenkai. He's nothing crazy, but his support is actually really good. So if he ever gets a Zenkai, which I hope they do give him eventually, because we need a new Legends Road Zenkai, but if he does, he would be a pretty nasty unit for hybrids, because they don't have a solid green unit. So that would be pretty good. So for now, he's gonna go there though. LR Kid, no, not Kid, LR Piccolo. He's going right here, tier 1, top of tier 1. I think he's obviously the best current Legends Road Zenkai, and he's actually a decent option on the regen team if you don't have the DKP or LF Piccolo. Obviously, most people wouldn't be running that team if you didn't have one of those units, but he's a decent option if you don't have them. And that's pretty much his only use, right? He has some really good death buffs. He gives card draw speed on death, which is not many people do that. He also cancels attribute upgrades on main ability, so he has some pretty good utility. But obviously, you know, he's still whatever, right? Then the Zenkai Lr Trunks. This guy was pretty whatever on his. He was good on release with Zenkai, right? But where would I put him? I think actually this guy would probably go here, above Buhan, behind Broly. Even in these placements, the ordering really doesn't matter that much, cause like, yo, they're really close to. If you look at this tier list, anything below S tier is not worth running. It's just that these free-to-play units, they don't. First of all, when these free-to-play units drop, most of the time they're not that great. Except recently, of course, they've been on a really good streak of dropping really good free-to-play units. But a lot of these units, when they drop, they were like nothing crazy, and they don't age well, right? So just right off the bat, that's not a really good combination. So Ramon actually is a solid unit. I would actually put Ramon, probably, unironically, I would put Ramon here. He's actually, like, he does some really good blast damage when he first dropped, honestly. I don't remember how he does now, but to be fair, you can't, again, with these bottom of S tier units, you can't really compare them to how they would do in the current meta, because even normal units don't compete that well in the current meta. So expecting these free-to-play units to compete that well is really unrealistic. So we're gonna put, he's actually really solid. I'd say he's better than all of these guys, so I'm gonna put him there. Okay, so the red Android 21, probably would put him probably at bottom of Z tier. I haven't seen enough of this 21 because obviously we still can't get her at 14 stars. I think the max right now is like red 5, maybe, I forgot. But yeah, we haven't seen enough of her as we haven't seen her at 14 stars, right? But just from our initial impressions, she's actually really good. She does some really good damage. What else does she do? Does she support? No, I forgot. But she's decent. She's a solid option for the Androids team. She definitely is the main red unit on the Androids team. Actually, would I put her S tier? I think, you know what, actually, I might put the LR Piccolo in S tier, right, like that, because I think he's better than all these units. I don't think he should be on the same tier as these units. So I'm gonna put LR Piccolo there. Android 21, I'll leave her here. I feel like she is on the same realm as these other units. Zenkai Fury Broly, probably would put him here because he's good. He does, you know, he's a solid option. It's nothing crazy, but he's good. He's a Zenkai and he's on movies, right? So you can definitely put him there. And he's better than these units, right? So that's where I would put him. Rowberry deserves to go here. Rowberry is a very good unit, and that's mainly because he has endurance. So yeah, they give endurance to a free-to-play unit. That's pretty insane. So Rowberry goes there. Yeah, he's a very good unit. Rose. So Rose, I'm gonna put him here. And the reason for why I'm putting it here, I think Rose might be the best free-to-play unit kit-wise. I think he has a better kit than this full first form Frieza. It's just that his teams, right, Future and Powerful Opponent. I think he's on the Powerful Opponent. I think he has that tag. I could be wrong. Does he have God Key? I don't remember. I don't think he has God Key. He has a tag, but does he buff it? I don't remember. But yeah, on most of his teams, especially Future, he is hard replaced by Future Gohan, right? And with Legends Festival, a lot of people have Future Gohan at this point, so you're not going to be running him over Future. You're not going to be running this Rose over Future Gohan, but this guy's kit is really damn good. And just, I'm putting him in second place only because this Frieza is the main unit on LOE team. And the LOE team is a top tier team, of course, so that's the only reason why I'm putting above him. Individually, kit wise, this Rose I believe has a better kit than him. So that's that. Great Saiyaman. Actually, Great Saiyaman can go here. He's not anywhere near these guys. Yeah, he's not good. Spirit Bomb Goku, Zenkai. This guy's a Zenkai actually. This is actually a unit that I didn't use. When he got a Zenkai, I didn't use him. It's pretty crazy because whenever a unit drops, I pretty much always use them. But this Goku, I just never had the chance to use him, and I never did. So honestly, just because he has a Zenkai, I think I'm gonna put him here. I didn't really get that many. When he dropped, there wasn't really that many like crazy opinions on him. He wasn't really that great from what I've seen. So, you know, I think top of tier 2 is probably fine, and that's mainly because he has a Zenkai. So yeah, okay, that's fine. Super Saiyan Goku. So this guy, man, this guy broke my heart. Having one of the best, if not sure of the best card art in the game, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that this guy has one of the best card art in the game. Like, that's an iconic pose for the Namek Saga Super Saiyan Goku. Like, this exact pose was used for the card art for the Namek Goku LR and Dokkan. So that really goes to show you how iconic this pose is and how like crazy it is. And they just wasted on a freaking trash free-to-play unit like this. This guy is easily the worst out of the 5 free-to-play Gokus. It's not saying much, but he's like the worst, and it's by a long shot. So just because of that, going straight up here. Actually, this guy is just trash. I'm putting him in tier 3. I still can't believe they wasted such godly art on him. It's so annoying. So I'm so salty when I'm reminded of him. Super Saiyan 2 Goku. This guy was actually, I would say, somewhat underrated on release because a lot of people were just complain that he didn't do damage, but like he's a defense unit, and he was tanking really good. Like his tanking was pretty solid. So I'm gonna put him right here. I think he was honestly the 3rd best. He's he's not the worst out of the 5, that's for sure. I think it goes Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan 3. While we're at it, Super Saiyan 3, you can probably go somewhere here. It's garbage. And then I would put the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. But that would pretty much be my placement for him. Super Saiyan Blue is decent, actually. I would put him actually somewhere here. I saw people running him on mono purple and actually worked somewhat decently. So he's actually not that bad. If only I can remember what he does. But he's not bad. And then we come to the best out of the 5 free-to-play Gokus. And that's going to be the Super Saiyan God Goku. And he's actually pretty solid. I'm actually going to put him like here. Actually, I would put him here. I think he's better than these guys. You know what? Actually, a pool. Or sorry, this is Roberry. Roberry can go above Wrath Broly. Yeah, I think he goes above Wrath Broly. Yeah, I think we're gonna put him there. So yeah, that's where we're gonna put him. What was I talking about? Super Saiyan God Goku. Yeah, Super Saiyan God Goku. He has a lot of good stuff, right? He draws a strike card on main ability, and I think he increases damage, which is pretty good. But yeah, he does a pretty solid damage. I actually want to revisit him soon. Just want to test him out. Might do a full just event exclusive Goku team again, but we'll definitely see. Ultra Goku. So Ultra Goku definitely deserves a Z tier. Where in Z tier is the real question. Probably above Android 21. With his plat equip, Ultra Goku actually hits very hard, and it's pretty crazy. So we're gonna put Ultra Goku there, and then Omega Shenron would go. Omega Shenron is really good. That's tough. Okay, we're gonna put Omega Shenron here. Actually, yeah, we're gonna put it there. He is the main red unit on the GT team. He's also he's also a red unit, unfortunately, which is pretty bad in this meta, but he's the main red unit on the team. You run him alongside Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Oob, and that's like a really good setup right there. So that's why I would put him above Rose, but still I wouldn't put him above Frieza just because actually, yeah, I would still keep him above Frieza. like I said, when you come to these top placements, you have to really consider where they line up on their team-wise, right? Here it's mainly kit-wise, but then when you get into the order in this section, you'd have to really look at the kit, the team, sorry. And then we come to Ultra Vegeta, and Ultra Vegeta, honestly, I'd put him right here, below. Oh, my Twitter just popped up here. Make sure you guys go follow me. But yeah, Ultra Vegeta, I'll put him right below Code Goku, and that's mainly because Code Goku, you actually see him pretty often in PvP. Ultra Vegeta is nowhere to be found in PvP, just by the way. Like, you never see him anywhere. I would... Ultra Goku is easily better than him. And that's also mainly because of the plat and the teams. But yeah, Ultra Vegeta being restricted to like Frieza Saga was so bad. His Ultra ability being restricted to Frieza Saga, it just really hinders his team options and resulting in like bad matchups, right? So that's where we're gonna put him, and I'm putting him behind Code Goku, like I said, because Code Goku is actually ran pretty often on Mono Purple, so that's why. So let's just quickly look over this. Is there anything I want to change? Is Z tier a bit crowded? Let me see. Maybe you can bring down the... I think you can maybe bring down this Kid Buu to like here. Would I bring down the Kid Buu? Yeah, probably. Android 21... Am I okay with those placements? I think these 4 placements right here, Frieza, Shenron, Rose, and Ultra Goku, is probably the best placements for these units, I think. Yeah, I think so. It's tough. Like, yeah, it's definitely tough. I think these 4 probably are the best 4 free-to-play units, and then followed by I think these are the best free-to-play units, probably. In this order, probably also. It's tough to rate these free-to-play units because, like I said in the beginning, like, a lot of these units, like 99.3% of these units, you're never gonna see in PvP. The only units you actually see nowadays are this free-to-play Frieza, this Code Goku, and just recently, because of her release, we're seeing a bit of this Android 21. And then Omega Shenron we were seeing a bit in during the Legends Festival, but after Ultra Gogeta's release, you almost never see GT, right? So that's that. Yeah, actually, I don't remember the last time I even faced a GT team, which kind of sucks. But I think this is a good placement for them. So I think we're just gonna end it off here. Definitely drop a comment if letting me know your thoughts on this. I'm open to any sort of differing opinions, because I want to see what you guys think about this, because I'm not completely 100% like confirmed that this is the best placements for these. So definitely interested to see where you guys think some of these units belong. So make sure you guys drop a comment in the comments below. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe, because that shit is so important, so don't forget. Other than that, have a great day. See ya.